Welcome. This is Dr. Larry Ruddle again, and again, welcome to Belhaven, Houston. And we'd like to take a little time now to go over some of the information technology items that you need to succeed as you start with working with us as far as faculty goes. The first thing is how to access email and really all the other systems that you'll be using, email, BlazeNet, and also Cybergate. So the first thing you do is go to the Belhaven EDU website, click on Current Students, and then click on Check Email, and then you sign in. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. So I'm here at the Belhaven Houston, actually this is the main Belhaven website, just www.belhaven.edu. Here's the Current Students menu item, and you'll notice that there's menu options for BlazeNet, Cybergate, and then also Check Email. And then there's an item called Adult Student Services that we'll talk about in a little while. So I'm going to click on Check Email, and here it takes you to a login screen. Make sure that you click on the link that says Faculty Staff, and then check your email. Then it'll take you to a login screen, and you do have to log in each time, and then sign in. Now you should have gotten instructions about how to sign in and the password that you gave. So that's what you should use, your username as well to sign into email. Again, it's just the username. There's no at Belhaven or anything. Just your username there. So that will take care of email. So just a couple items about email that we need to be aware of, and that is that we use Belhaven email for faculty for receiving information about teaching classes. So that'll be the primary way I'll contact you about if I have a class that I'm interested in having you teach. Also for accepting contracts. When you do get agree to a contract, and then I send you the contract, and you're going to respond to the request with accept, and you need to use your Belhaven email for that to make it official. Also use Belhaven email for communicating with students. Very important. Please do not give out your personal email to students as a contact for you. We really stress to students that they need to use Belhaven email. So we want faculty to do that as well. So also I think it protects your interest as well if you're just simply using Belhaven email for all your professional activities here with Belhaven Houston. Also, we'll be announcing information about special events through Belhaven email, like we have graduation, we have faculty workshops, we have other student activities that we like to keep you informed about. So that's you need to check your Belhaven email for that as well. So check your Belhaven email at least once a week as a rule. And if you're teaching a class, please check your Belhaven email every day, because again, students often have needs, and it's important that we are timely in meeting those needs to get students the information they need to succeed in your class. Obviously, I'm here to help. If there's a question mark about one of the emails that you receive, I'm here to support you as you support the students. So that takes care of email. Let's move on to what we call BlazeNet. BlazeNet, again, is a place to do several things that we'll talk about shortly. But first of all, how do you get there? Well, again, same thing. Go to the www.belhaven.edu website. Unfortunately, you do have to put in the www, or you get some other kind of spurious website. And then click on Current Students, just as I showed you earlier, and then click on BlazeNet and sign in. So same thing. We're not back to the main website, but it's close enough. We're going to click on Current Students and then click on BlazeNet. And so that will take us into BlazeNet. And then I'm all set up to log in, so I'm going to go ahead and log in. Again, your password, check the documents that you received, but it should be your BlazeNet, either the password you gave the IT when you send in your HR information, or your faculty number, which is that 6-digit number you received when you got final approval and got set up with IT. So what do we do in BlazeNet? Several things. This in BlazeNet, you download modules for all your courses. So in other words, you get signed up to teach a course, so you need the module for that course. Basically, here's how you get it. But before I go there, notice that at the bottom of the screen, once you log into BlazeNet, you have menu options for attendance, class roster, grading, and those are the three that we will focus on as faculty. So every week or the night that you teach a class, you need to enter attendance for the class. So just simply click on attendance, and that'll take you to your courses. I've got a ton of courses because I provide support for everybody, and so I'm just, for example, was teaching WVC 301 last night. So I'm going to click on that course. And when I do that, it'll show the different nights of the class. Like, for example, last night was the 20th. So I'm just going to click on that. And then simply enter the basic information about the class, who was there, and whether they were absent or present. If you want to, you can apply that they were all present and then mark those absent who were not there. If they are tardy, please mark that, or if they leave early, please mark that. And then just simply click on save, and that's all you need to do for keeping track of attendance when it comes to and we use BlazeNet for doing that. I'm going to go back to the main page by just clicking on the word BlazeNet up there. Should take me back. Also notice there's a class roster page. So if you click on that, before you begin class, you should send out a welcoming email several days before the class starts, probably no later than 3 days before the class starts. So again, suppose I want to communicate with my WVC 301 class. Now you can also do this in Cybergate, but not everybody has to use Cybergate extensively, so this is another option as well. And to send a message, you just click on the little box to select all the names, and then just say I want to email the selected students. And there's where you can put the subject on there and then type your message of greeting. I recommend that whatever message you use, that you save that message in a notepad format, text format, and so that you can simply reuse that message and modify it next time you teach the class. So it makes it a little easier for yourself. And also in BlazeNet, again, notice I'm just going back to the main screen because that makes it easier. Now, we use BlazeNet for posting final grades, not individual grades. We use Cybergate for grades on individual assignments, but for the total final grades that go to Jackson, you post those in Cybergate, or in BlazeNet, excuse me, by clicking on the grading option. Same thing again, I'm going to click on a class. I'm going to click on a class that we haven't graded yet, so that we can, because I don't want you to be seeing grades of students for privacy reasons. So here's BIB 360, the class that I'm teaching on global social responsibility. So simply, when you're ready to enter the final grades, you just enter the actual grade for the student and then submit the final grade. Notice you can click save, but that's not, you also need to make sure you submit the final grade for it to actually go to the registrar's office. This is important because you don't get paid until you submit the final grade, so that's why this step is important. So want to make sure you know how to do that. So what else about BlazeNet? We kind of moved around a little bit. We talked about the class roster, weekly attendance, final grades. Now what about the modules for the courses? So you find your modules by clicking on classes, and when you click on classes, notice that on the right there's faculty modules, and that's what we want. So we're going to click on the faculty modules, and then you simply look for the section where your class is. If you're teaching a Bible class, Old Testament or New Testament, or WVC 301 or WVC 401, that's going to be under the Associate of Arts. If you're teaching a business class, look under BBA. When you click on that, notice nothing happens, but if you just scroll down, you'll see the modules and if there's a pre-test or a post-test or any appendix. If you're a graduate faculty member, that you want to look for the blended module, and that's another topic for another time, but so make sure you get the blended module if you're teaching MBA or MSL classes. Probably 70% of our classes are blended now, but feel free to talk to the dean if you have any questions about that. Also notice that you can access the Belhaven Library resources from BlazeNet, and that's right here under Library on the far right-hand side there. So, and this is where you can do your research. We use Business Source Complete is a great resource. So sometimes you may have to help students who have to do research for articles, or you may want to do some research. So that's where you do it. And then finally, finding your schedule. Again, it should be if you look under classes, the classes option there, and then just click on schedule, and you'll see if you've got any, and then faculty schedule on the left there. It'll kind of list and make sure. So this is good to check because I have to do some data entry. The dean has to do data entry to make sure your class is official. So that's some place to check. So this ends kind of the first part video of this section. So we'll continue shortly in the next video.